Good afternoon. I'm Anna Seiler and this is Reese Carlson here with NNC Channel 7. Today we have some tragic news on recent events that happened at Pearl Harbor. Tojo, the initiator of the attack, is the general of the Imperial Japanese Army. The attack that commenced at 7:55 a.m. on Sunday, December 7th, lasted for around 2 hours. The surprise attack occurred on a Sunday because Tojo believed that the U.S. would be more vulnerable and less focused. The Japanese traveled 3,400 miles across the Pacific Ocean to execute this attack. In the end, 2,343 men and women were killed, 1,272 wounded, and 960 went missing. Now we go to Reese for more information on Tojo.
Hi, I'm Reese Carlson, here to report more information on Japanese Army General and Prime Minister Tojo, also known as Razor Tojo due to his efficiency and strictness. Tojo was born on December 30th of 1884. He was appointed Prime Minister in October of 1941. 2 months later, he decided to launch a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. He follows in his father's footsteps when it comes to being a general in the Army. Now we are going on to live footage caught on a film during a bikini commercial.
Bikinis, which were recently created, are an awesome way to save fabric and enjoy fun in the sun. Look at how fashionable these bikinis are. They come in many styles and patterns. These are ultra comfortable and can bring a nice golden glow to the skin. Oh my gosh, where are these fireballs coming from? Oh my gosh, send help.
Wow, that was some terrifying live footage. Good thing everyone on site got out okay. Now on to some more facts on our spotlight person, Tojo. Tojo was short. He was only 5'4". He was not intelligent, but a hard worker according to others. The words "Remember Pearl Harbor" was drilled into his teeth in Morse code. He was a heavy smoker and did not drink alcohol. He was eventually the father of 4 daughters and 3 sons. He served in the military from 1905 to 1945. He also was eventually sentenced to death on December 23rd of 1948. And there we have it, General of Japanese Army and Prime Minister Tojo.
Some of the weapons that Tojo's army used in the attack of Pearl Harbor included bombs, torpedoes, anti-aircraft guns, and machine guns. The Japanese torpedoes and bombs were dropped by a very large variety of planes. A few examples of these planes were the B-5N2 bombers, the A-6M model, 21-0s, and D-3A-1 dive bombers. Now coming to you with the PSA on nationalism. Nationalism is the government overtook unprecedented campaigns to engage Americans in the war effort. Private businesses followed suit. They often link their products with appeals to patriotism. People created posters to promote building of tanks and other war materials to help the country. Most posters were successful at this time because fighting wasn't everyone's cup of tea. So this gave people a chance to help in more subtle ways. The United States built a stronger feeling of nationalism within the American people, which led to everyone's greater will to win.
Now on to our segment about the Holocaust.
German dictator Adolf Hitler came into his reign of power in January of 1933. His idea to start the Holocaust ended in the murders of over 11 million men, women, and children. Over 1 million of these were murdered in the camp Auschwitz alone. There were many camps, and they were often transported to these camps in train cars. They would fit 80 people at first, but once they starved them, they could fit hundreds. They often took many of their possessions, such as their gold teeth, and they cut their hair or shaved them completely bald. Either they would starve them or give them very little food, like breadcrumbs or a little bit of soup. They did not bathe, and they had no restrooms. They were crammed. The sick were often kept with the healthy, so this way disease spread like wildfire, and this killed many of them off. When they got to the camps, they were separated to work or death, often by how strong they were or their ages. The prime age to be kept to be a worker was between 18 and 40, and many people lied about their age so that they were not sent off immediately. Women and children and elderly were often sent off to be killed because they were not workers, and the women would not leave their children. In order to see if you were sent off right away or kept as a worker, they had selection tests to see if you were too weak or if you were strong enough. If you were weak, you were often sent to a gas chamber where they cut off all your hair and and sometimes pulled out your teeth. Then many people were crammed into a building and it was filled with Zyklon B, which led to death by suffocation. Some children were otherwise sent to have experiments done by Joseph Mengele, otherwise known as the Angel of Death. He would perform high altitude experiments or freezing experiments on innocent children.
Oh yeah, and Anna shares a birthday with Hitler.
Now coming to you with a PSA on nationalism. Nationalism is when a government overtakes unpredicted.
Oh, am I going now? Wow, that was some terrifying live footage. Good thing everyone got out. Okay, hold on.
They did not bathe and they had no restrooms. They were crammed and the sick were with the help. Everything off. Sometimes they would pull out all of your teeth and put you in a crammed gas chamber, and they would enjoy listening to your screams. Joseph Mengele.
What it said.